What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and it's time for my top 5 games of 2020. Alright, so another year come and gone, and another batch of new games to play. Again, as I've said in the past, there are some games that I didn't get to that came out last year, so if they're not on the list and they're amazing or something, there's a good chance I probably just didn't get the time to play it. Thankfully, I did get to play a handful, and I was able to put together a list of 5 games. The hardest one that I had... The one that I had the hardest time with was the number 5, was basically because I kind of wanted to put Cyberpunk on there, but I didn't, mainly because it's not quite there. I think if the issues were ironed out, I probably would have included it, but unfortunately, with as much as I liked it, like, if you haven't seen it, go check out my review that I put up prior to this video. I had a lot to say about it. I really loved it, but there were just too many glaring issues at launch. So unfortunately, at the time of this recording, it was not, one of the games that I had the best time with the previous year. So let's just hop into it. First one up is a game that is purely based on nostalgia and just personal, I love it, and that's why. That is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I am well aware this is not, the greatest game ever made, but in my eyes, it's probably the best Dragon Ball Z game that I have personally ever played. I would probably put Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z, however you say it, on there as well. However, not on this list, but I mean, as far as best Dragon Ball games. But I'm not super into fighting games, so I am more into adventure, role-playing, that kind of thing. So this was right up my alley, getting to play through as all these characters, having a party with you. I adored it. Got the Platinum Trophy and did everything I could. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan in any capacity, this is a really, really, really great game to just have some fun with and sink into nostalgia and just, feed your love of Dragon Ball, because I think this was just a really, really fun game. So I put it on there because, like I said, number 5 was the toughest to deal with, but thinking about it, I really had a great time playing this game. So there you have it. Number 4, The Last of Us Part 2. I did a whole video on this one and the first one. So if you want to see me talk a little bit more about, a lot more about this game, go check out that video. Long story short, I love this game. I don't agree with a lot of the criticisms that you saw online regarding certain characters and stuff. My problems with it lie within the storytelling and how it unfolded, and I felt it could have been done in a different way. But as far as having a good time with it, really enjoying the world. Oh my gosh, the world is just so rich, and I really, really just had a great time with this depressing game. It was just a really, really good experience that I had with it. So, yeah, Last of Us Part 2. Number 3. The top 3 were really, really tough. Because honestly, all 3 of them could have been number 1. And I went back and forth on these. These were tough. Number 3 is you'll notice these are all PlayStation games, by the way, if you haven't already seen it by the box art. However, 4 of them are PS4 games, and 1 is a PS5 game, and that is Demon's Souls. Wow, I was blown away by how much I love this game. I still, when people come over and people come over and want to see the PS5 in action, this is the game I fire up. I usually, like, because I haven't played it in a while, I usually end up just getting destroyed in the first few minutes. But I you know, they can still see what it looks like and how amazing the graphics are, and just, man, it's just a really, really great game. I never played the original, but I played, you know, I did a whole review on Dark Souls Remastered, which was my introduction into the Soulsborne series. And that one I had mixed feelings on. Ultimately, I did end up liking it and appreciating it, but this one I genuinely had a lot of fun with and really, really enjoyed the hell out of it. And I think that's probably because it was a little bit easier. Well, I take it back. It's a lot easier than playing through Dark Souls Remastered. I'm not sure why that is, but I just felt this was a hell of a lot easier, and I was able to get through this game a lot quicker. I think I beat it in a week. One playthrough. I didn't do more than that. I don't tend to do multiple playthroughs on games. But this one was just, man, I really, really loved it. And anybody who has a PS5, I recommend this to wholeheartedly. Even as an intro into the series, it's great. I imagine you'll see a price drop at some point, so don't be afraid to give it a shot. I know it's notoriously tough, and that's what it's known for and everything like that, but I think this one, with the difficulty level, is a great intro into the series. So, that's my number 3. Demon's Souls. Number 2. This might be a surprise. It is not. Final Fantasy VII Remake is my number 2. I know a lot of people thought I was going to put it as my number 1, and I did not, clearly. I loved it. I had a blast with it. It was a great game. I cannot wait to see what they do with the next one, but I'm so nervous about like how they implement the world map and all that stuff, because that was such a mind-blowing aspect of the original, was getting out of Midgar and being on that world map all of a sudden and being like, oh my gosh, I've been in this little tiny area this entire time. Holy crap. So it's crazy. This is just the music and what they did with the characters and how in-depth it is, and you think about the original game and you're like, Midgar takes, like, you know, depending on how you do it, somewhere between like 4 to 6 hours to get through, something like that. And it's like, how are they going to make a full, you know, $60 game based on that? It's crazy. And they knocked it out of the park. They fleshed out so much, and I'm not super into some of the story decisions and changes they made, but still a wonderful experience nonetheless. And if you've never played the original, this is still a great entry point, and you can still absolutely know what's going on, and well, for the most part, because there's a few things at the end where if you've never played any of them, you're kind of be like, well, that's weird. But in the back of your mind, you also know there's more episodes coming, so you know it really doesn't matter. So you'll get that info at some point, and then you can, if you're curious, you can still go back and play the original, which is still there and still amazing too. So I can't say enough great things about this game. I highly, highly recommend it to veterans of the series as well as newcomers. It's modernized, and I was worried about the battle system at first. If you're still one of those Final Fantasy fans who hasn't played this because you're worried about the battle system, seriously, give it a shot. Just try it. I think the demo is still on the PS Store, so just try it out and see what you think. Because I really, really, really was pleasantly surprised with this. So, yeah, because I had the same reservations as a lot of people did with the series. And if anybody who watches my channel knows that I am a massive Final Fantasy fan. It's my favorite series ever. So, yeah. And number 1, finally, Ghosts of Tsushima? Tsushima. This game took me by surprise. I remember seeing previews for it when it was announced, and like, actually, okay, we have 3 of these games. So this one, Final Fantasy and Dragon Ball Z, I got platinum trophies on all of them. I liked them that much. The other ones, I was more into it. Last of Us, I was more into it for the story, and Demon's Souls, the gameplay was just so much fun that I just wanted to do it, but it was not to where I wanted to, like, go back and try to do it in different ways, if that makes sense. So, anyways, but Ghost of Tsushima, I remember seeing the trailers for it and just being like, that looks really pretty. You know, it's a cool looking game. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll check it out at some point. And the more I saw people talking about it, the more I was like, okay, maybe I'll wait a year or two and pick it up on a discount or something like that. And then I kept seeing more people talk about it, and then I saw more gameplay, and then I was like, maybe I'll go ahead and pay full price for it. So I bought it, and I don't know if I paid full price, to be honest with you. I may have paid, maybe it was discounted 10, 20 bucks or something. Either way, I would have paid full price for it, because it's 100% worth it. Gorgeous game. Absolutely beautiful game. In my opinion, the best looking game on PS4. It just blew me away. The gameplay is just easy enough to where anybody can do it, but at the same time you feel like a complete badass. The story is good. It's not super complex and deep, but at the same time it's compelling, and it's there, and it's good enough for you to want to stay invested and want to keep going with it. It's just kind of it does everything really, really well. And I just really just had such a great time with it. I didn't want it to end when I was finished. I was ready to explore more and unlock more and get more places on the map. But I had done everything, so I can't recommend this game enough. You owe it to yourself. You have a PS4 or PS5. Check out Ghost of Tsushima for sure. So there it is, my list of top 5 games for 2020. Guys, tell me what yours are. What am I missing? What didn't I play that I should have? Because chances are that's why those games didn't make the list. But let me know down in the comments below, and tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me why I'm wrong, or if I have them in the wrong order or something like that. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know the drill. And as always, keep on gaming.